Great. This guy's been pretty rock solid. Last 3 starts, ERA under 2.00. Not an easy thing to do, and you'll know if he's on early. If he's good and on point in the first inning, usually means he's going to be rock solid throughout the rest of the game.
And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Coming to the plate now, Tom Na, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Tom Na.
Hit to first, to his right, Foreman, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Leading off the inning, Caden Foreman, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
And quickly, there's one down to lead off. Now in the box, Maxwell Belliard. He singled his last time up. The 3-2 pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle to second for 1. On to first, a double play. At the plate, Caden Foreman. He got on top of one. It was a ground out victim last time.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. They want to get things going. How about trying to get some base runners on, or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game. Jumped all over that first pitch of the inning, and he didn't miss it. Just wasn't able to steer it in a direction that resulted in a lead.
At the plate, Barrett Irizarry, already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here. First, Foreman ranges to his right. And he'll step on first for the out, 3 unassisted. Standing in, Caden Foreman.
Now batting, first baseman, Caden Foreman.
First delivery to him on the way. Smoked on the ground up the middle. So they do get their first hit, but their first run will have to wait as the inning. 4-0 the score tonight. The Shuckers jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back.
A manager checks in with his ball club. A fast-developing young player has gotten the attention of the higher-ups in management. Prospects may not realize how closely they are being watched, and by other organizations as well as their own.
Just about set for baseball here at Guaranteed Rate Field in Chicago. Tonight, the Stars are out in this minor league all-star matchup between the Southern League's South Division and the Southern League's North Division. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Stephen Weldon out of the 49th state of Alaska is on the mound. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that added a new pitch to his repertoire, the split finger. He won't throw it that often. I think one of the reasons he tried to pick up this pitch, had a difficult time throwing the straight changeup, and sometimes the splitter is the quick pitch fix for that. So it'll be interesting to see how and when he uses the splitter in this one here today.
Hit hard on the ground to second, and that'll get by into center field for a base hit. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0. Throw won't get him. So here's the cleanup hitter, Caden Foreman. He reached on a single in his first try. Hard hit ball to second. Oh, look at the sliding stop. Oh, and it sailed right over his head at first. And now, in fact, they'll tag him out at second base, trying to advance on the bad throw. What a break there. Stepping into the box, Caden Foreman. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First delivery to him on the way. Line towards center field. And the two-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. So stepping in, Caden Foreman, runner in scoring position with two gone. Looking to keep this a one-run game. The pitch. Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line and right. Pena is there, makes the catch, and the side is retired.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Everett.
On the ground to short. Could this be two? The second for one. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Tyler Tuskevich will be charged with the job of getting that guy home as he'll pinch hit with two gone and a runner at third.
Well, this one had its moments of drama and excitement. In the end, these guys came away with the victory and look on to the next one.
A 6-4 finish in tonight's affair. The Southern Division All-Stars rode an important sixth inning to victory in this one. Aaron Wilkerson gets the W on the mound. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget.
Inferences drawn from season statistics can sometimes illuminate potential areas of improvement.
Stars of tomorrow. Coming to the plate now, Caden Foreman, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. He's set, and the pitch. Started that swing a bit too early. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Kennedy racing back, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score. And he is in there with an RBI triple.
Man, the pitcher was this close to getting out of the inning and leaving that runner stranded, but the guy standing on third had other ideas.
Set to get his evening at the plate started, Walter Wada. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year. Looking to get turned around in a hurry. Shoots this one over to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So they're held in check here. Trying to pick things up where we left off. Caden Foreman, 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Hard hit to first. That's through for a base hit, his second of the ball game. And he is in there.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Caden Foreman. He singled his last time up.
Foreman.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Takes this the other way to right. And that's a base hit. So a little first pitch swing in there as he's on to kick off the inning.
I mean, there's no secret right now. There's a fight in the back.
Striding in, Geronimo Peralta. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Now the 3-2 pitch. Pulled slowly to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So no runs here on a base. Digging in and looking for more, Caden Foreman. He's looking to go 4 for 4 with a base hit right here. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
He's going to step out of the box, adjust his bat and gloves, and pray he gets the exact same pitch as that one. Because if it comes again, we like to refer to that one in the biz as a cement mixer.
Behind 0-2 now. Two out, nobody on. The 0-2 once more. Now that ball's hit well deep down the left field line, headed toward the foul pole, and it's gone as they add still another. So a solo shot down the line in left. 7 home runs for him on the year now as they extend the lead to 5-0.
Well, that ball right there was right up in the happy zone.
Now batting, Michael Zavala, and his guys are looking to erase that donut on the scoreboard with the runner in scoring position.
Yeah, Matt, they've been really shut down so far in this one. They're on base, but haven't been able to string any.
There's one, but one's all they were ever going to get, and the inning will continue. Digging in once again, Jack Reinheimer. And Dan, what's the plan of attack here for the guy on the mound?
Well, I think they have to go right after him. He's pretty unlikely to take you deep, but if you allow him to base, the chances of him scoring it become a lot greater.
To second for one, on to first, and he rolls a double play ball to end it here as this ball game is over.
Hey, a nice win for them all around, and an even better way to start things off on the first day of summer, when every team looks ready to get on a roll.
And this evening's contest comes to a close, 5-3 the final. Pensacola jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Stuart McCaig earns win number 7 on the season. Welcome to MLB. Leading off the inning, Caden Foreman, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Hey, nice leadoff single to start the second right there.
Leading off the inning, Caden Foreman, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do
Now at the plate, Caden Foreman. Due up are the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, and they're hoping that this is the part of the lineup that can get something going.
Yeah, only 1 run on the board so far for them. They just haven't had consistently good at bats.
Hit to third. Peralta is there. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th. Into the box, Caden Foreman. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. From the stretch. Takes this the other way to right. In there, a base hit. The throw to third. But too late, and he's safe at third. Ready now, Tony Kennedy. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Kennedy.
This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on first himself for the out. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Caden Foreman. He singled his last time up.
Caden Foreman.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Legs churning. He's headed for second. And he is into second with a double, his 3rd hit of the night.
When you drive the ball into the gap like that, nothing but good things can happen. Neither one of the outfielders had the wheels to catch up to it, and he glides easily. Well, maybe a little bit of a problem is they had to wind up going to that bullpen quite a bit. 5 pitchers are going to combine to finish this one to get the win.
A 6-4 finish in tonight's affair. The Blue Wahoos used a huge 8th inning. It's time for baseball now as the show's tour of the minors continues with a stop in the Southern League. Game number 3 of this new. David Hugh, a Michigan-born lefty, gets the starting job here. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
Hey, Dan, this guy's having a monster series on the road. Were you aware of the home road splits? I think
Stepping in, Caden Foreman. He reached on a single in his first try.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these 2 teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case. Boy, Dero, it's about time they got something brewing.
Standing in, Alex Munoz. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Ball right side. Played on the backhand. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So digging in now, Caden Foreman, and we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the 5th. Swing and a line drive, but this is foul near the seats. And he fouls this one off. Working to keep it tied. Here's the pitch. Liner toward right center. That gets down, and the inning will continue. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0.
Boy, it's been tough to score in this one so far through the 5th inning, but that RBI base hit right there is a nice breakthrough.
Yeah, it's been a great pitcher's duel up until this point.
Digging in, Caden Foreman. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a liner. And this is going to be a fair ball as it'll head to the corner. Throw to second, but he's in there as a run will score on the play as well. Ready for another shot now. Geronimo Peralta. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Ball to second. This could be 2. Oh, but the feed to the shortstop is off the mark. And they won't get him as he's able to advance from first to third on what would certainly be scored a throwing error. Ready for another chance. Caden Foreman. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Hard hit ball to second. Negron scoops it up. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the ninth inning gets underway.
The catcher, number 00.
Now, attempt here. Only play will be to first, so there you go. The possible winning run is into scoring position now on the sacrifice. Striding in and working on a terrific performance in this one, Caden Foreman, and we'll see if he can put together a rare 5-hit performance here. Line drive to center field. Kennedy will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Striding in once again, Alex Munoz has got a chance to end this one and send these fans home happy if he can get a ball up into the gap. Back up the middle. One there. Throw to first is going to be offline, so they just get the one on the play.
Here's our final line score. First was victorious Jackson General. 8 runs on 17 hits. No errors. They left 19 runners on base. For the Blue Wahoos, 7 runs.
And as we join the ball game in progress here, we find the bases empty. Nobody out in the inning.
Leading off for
At the plate, Caden Foreman, and he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. Belted high in the air out to left. Furillo racing back to the track. A leap, but he can't get it. It's off the wall.
There's a deep fly ball. Doesn't quite get out of the ballpark, but it hits in the right spot as it bounces off that hard warning track and over.
Eric Goodwin is on to pitch out of the bullpen. A 1-run finish, an 8-7 game tonight. The Jackson Generals used a 3-run ninth to help propel them to the win. Will Nieves earns his 3rd win of the year in relief. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB The Show. For more, follow us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
1 error. They left 9 men on base.
The game's future stars are on display as minor league baseball. Stephen Luis, a right-hander from the Garden State of New Jersey, gets the ball here. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, Matty V, a little bit of a mixed bag with this guy. An ERA of over 4 in his last 3 starts. He's either been...
He jumps on this one. It's high and deep to center. And this one is gone. A home run. So it's a solo shot to dead center. 8th home run on the season for him. And that will break the seal early here. It's quickly 1-0.
Well, that blast serves notice that this kid is...
Now at the plate, Ernest Cabrera. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Right fielder.
Ball and 2 strikes to Cabrera.
Cabrera.
Bounce to first. He'll take it to the bag himself, and the leadoff man is gone here to start the home first. Set to get his evening at the plate started, Walter Wada. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. Oh, what a play! He gathers the throw. The second for 1. Back to first, and they won't get them both, but they wouldn't have had any had it not been. Coming to the plate now, Caden Foreman, and their runners at the corners now.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile, but hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now, 0-2.
With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout, or you're still looking for the double play ball?
Well, Matt, I think a lot of that depends on the type of pitcher that you are. If you're a power pitcher.
On to first, and it's a double play, although the run does come in to score from third.
It certainly looked like they might have had a big inning cooking there with first and third and no outs, but the double play kind of kills it. They did get the run in, but the batter doesn't get credit for an RBI.
Into the box now, Caden Foreman comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier.
Foreman.
Hit in the air down the right field line, but this is going to wind up a foul ball. High in the air and deep to left center field. Furillo going back on it at the track, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall. And it's gone as they add still another. So a solo shot here to left center field. His second home run of the game as they open it up to 6-2 now. We've seen these guys go deep 3 times so far in this one, guys.
You know, D-Row, looks like the boys are dialing long distance from the batter's box so far.
Yeah, the pitchers aren't.
Digging in the switch hitter, Ildemaro Vargas. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Popped him up. Foreman is there for it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Digging in, Caden Foreman.
Yeah, Matt, and going back to that last at-bat when he hit the homer, that was a fastball that was up in the zone. This guy likes the ball up in the zone, so if I'm on the mound right now, I'm thinking try to keep the ball at the knees and below.
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. Stepping into the box, Chris Furillo. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. Little chopper back to the mound. Gonna be a tough play. There's 1, but no real shot at 2 as he's safe easily at first. Now to the plate, Caden Foreman. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Hit back up the middle. Vargas takes it in. Throw on to first takes care of him, and the top of the 9th is proving unfruitful thus far. 2 quick outs here.
Hey, listen, you don't always want your closer to have to go 2 innings on a regular basis, but in this game, it was necessary for this one, and he had just enough to get the job done.
And tonight's ends at a 6-2 finish. The Blue Wahoos jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Carmen Gill earns win number 7 on the season. Minor League Baseball is live and on. Stephen Weldon out of the 49th state of Alaska is on the mound. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
This guy's a pretty good pitcher, and I was looking through the stats, and one thing jumped out at me, a sub 1.20 whip coming into this start. That tells me a couple of things. 1, he's not afraid to throw strikes, and 2, when he does throw strikes, he throws.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. So a couple of hits here in the top half, but nothing comes of it. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Caden Foreman. He flew out in his last at-bat. He's set. Here it comes. Oh, now here's a drive out to the alley. Around first, he's digging for second. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Row, he extends his hitting.
Now at the plate, Caden Foreman. He doubled earlier in the game, 1 for 2 to this point. He's set, and the pitch. Lined hard toward right center, and that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
Hey, pitchers, you better start taking notice of this guy. He better be circled on that lineup card because he's on fire. That's his second hit of the ball game right there, and I don't see.
Settling in now, Caden Foreman. He singled his last time up.
Foreman.
Line toward right center. That's in for a base hit. He's now 3 for 4.
Yeah, that hard hit single right there. That's clean. 3 for 4. He's looking locked in.
Well, it's getting more and more common in baseball now these days to use a ton of pitchers to get through a game, and it took 6 here to get the job.
Welcome to MLB The Show in this presentation of Ariel Hernandez gets the ball for the opener in front of these hometown fans. What do we need to know here, Danny?
This guy had a year you'd love to forget last year. Look at that ERA, awfully ugly. We'll see if he can rebound and pitch much better. And if he doesn't, His spot in the rotation could...
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. So striding in, Caden Foreman, and their runners at the corners now.
Foreman.
Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. Hit down the third baseline. But a foul ball. Ball here, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Drilled right back up the middle. He gets dirty, but he can't get there, and it's into center field.
You know what I like right there, Dan, is the batter's approach. Not trying to...
Now at the plate, Caden Foreman. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Saucedo sprinting after it. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Into the box now, Caden Foreman. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Foreman.
Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. Line drive to center field. And that will get down as he delivers a big one here. It's a base hit. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third. It's a 5-4.
Well, maybe a little bit of a problem is they had to wind up going to that bullpen quite a bit. 5 pitchers are going to combine to finish this one to get the win.
A 6-4 finish in tonight's affair. And we'll welcome you into our ball game as we find ourselves with the bases empty and nobody out in the inning. Digging in now, Caden Foreman, and he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single. Now this is cut and thrown to first, and he's able to get back in there at first safely. Barrett Aston enters.
Anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that other team.
The Stars of tomorrow get their shot in the limelight today as the show's coverage of the Southern. Eric Carrillo, a right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, man, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So
And the right fielder is there to make the catch, and the inning is over. Digging in for his second at-bat, Hayden Foreman. He flew out in his last at-bat. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Pitch out, nothing doing. The 1-0 home. And there he goes towards second. And that's into the corner, a foul ball and right. From the stretch. They'll try it again from first. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. As he arrives at second without a play, as a run comes across to score on the play, tying the ball game.
just some more of the same from him. He's been clutch all year with runners in scoring position, and he does it again here with a double. Tack on another RBI to his season.
So here now is the pitcher, Ozzie Arrojo. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on it. Now a bunt attempt here. And they tag him out, but this will work as a sort of a sacrifice as the runner moves up.
Sacrifice was in order right.
In now, Bobby Friedman. And we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and two gone here in the fifth. Looking to keep this a one-run game. The pitch. And a little self-preservation down at first as he pulls that one in to end the inning. So it's no runs, no hits, no errors. Stepping up now, Hayden Foreman. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Offered at and missed. Here's the throw. Is well behind the play. That's an easy stolen base.
It was pretty obvious he would likely be on the move with 2 outs, and I'm sure the defense knew it too. But he has lightning speed and was able to take the bag anyways.
A lot of movement that time. It's 0-2. Line drive to left. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. The relay to second now, but he's safe as a run comes across to score on the play, tying the ball game. Stepping in, Fred Frazier, 1 for 2 with a triple so far in this one. The 1-2 is on the ground over to first. He's right there, and the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Leading off the inning, Hayden Foreman, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
You can't ask for anything more than getting a leadoff man on right there. It brings
Good job there to slam the door for the win, and they finished the month with a bang, just the way you want to.
This evening's game comes to an end. 5-4 the final tally. The Braves jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead. It's time for baseball. So striding forward now, Alberto Chavez. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Soft liner to the right side, and that'll get down for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
You know, it's funny, the first.
Now at the plate, Hayden Foreman is coming off a 3-hit performance in the loss last night. Line toward right center. And this ball's going to get down, and it should plate a couple. And the second run will score as that makes it a 2-0 ball game. Already their second double of this first inning, guys.
Yeah, he's not fooling.
Striding into the box, Chad Shields, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Shields.
Popped him up. Waylock is there. Makes the play, and there are two gone now. Digging in, Esteban Aviles.
Batting eighth. Left fielder.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Down the first baseline. Foreman comes up with it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So they go quietly here in this half inning. Digging in to try it again. Caden Foreman stands in here after doubling home 2 in his first at bat. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. A bouncer up the middle. One there. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this. Ready once again, Bobby Friedman, fresh off a bases clearing double his last time up. Ground to the right side. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score. Stepping up to the plate, Chad Shields. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. A bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So coming to the plate, Caden Foreman.
First baseman, Caden Foreman.
From the stretch. And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball one. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. High and deep to straightaway right. Saucedo ranging back. On the warning track, he makes the catch. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. Mississippi leads it 4-2. At the plate, Caden Foreman, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Here's a swing and a line drive, and he may have just tied the ball game. That's down for extra bases. He pulls into second safely as this game is tied late with a run scoring away from the play.
You know, D-Row, in today's game, it's not easy scoring in the late innings, so that RBI base hit to tie things.
Now in the box, Bobby Friedman. He's driven in 4 already, and yet another big RBI opportunity for him right here.
Matt, they couldn't have asked for anyone to hit better in this spot than this guy. He looks dialed in at the plate right now.
And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is.
Fans, our final line score. First for the victorious Blue Wahoos.
Minor League Baseball is live and on the air on the show tonight, and coming to the plate now, Adrian Dominguez, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
Center fielder, Adrian Dominguez.
Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Takes this the other way to right. He dives. Did he catch that? He did. What a play there for the first out.
That one had extra bases written all over it. Great sliding catch, and he also kept the runners right where they were at.
Standing in, Caden Foreman, as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 here to start the home half of the second. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. High in the air out to center field. Dominguez patrolling center makes the play, 1 out. At the plate, Caden Foreman. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some Base runners on and get him in, but that hasn't been the case.
So stepping in, Caden Foreman. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game.
Caden Foreman.
He's set. Here it comes. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going. Going on. The 1-0. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. Riggs leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
Hey, this guy is 1 strike away from absolutely cruising through the first 5 innings. No need to even warm up the bullpen the way this guy's pounding the zone.
Swing, high drive, left field and deep. And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. The 1-2. And there's a base hit on the line. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now. Well, when you're going as well as he is, not even a 2-strike count is going to get in your way.
Yeah, Matty, he's having a monster season, well over 300. Right there, when you're feeling that confident at the plate, it doesn't matter what the count is.
Stepping into the box, Caden Foreman is looking for hit number 3 here in this at-bat. First pitch coming, here it is. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right, and that's in there, base hit.
Hey, Dero, not a bad night. 3 singles, but hey, you'll take 3 for 4 every day of the week.
Yeah, in today's day and age, Dan, where everything's a homer, a walk, or a strikeout, it's refreshing.
Hey, it always feels good to win a baseball game, but when you can win one at home in front of your home crowd, all those fans cheering, this is a good win for this team.
3-2, the finish. And as we join the ball game in progress here, we find the bases empty, nobody out in the inning. Striding in, Caden Foreman. First at-bat of the game for him here in the 5th as he was a late entrant into this one. This is line to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So the leadoff man reaches in their half of the 5th.
You know, Dero, I'm not sure if you're one of those superstitious guys, but a 13...
Jackson Stevens takes over to start.
Well, maybe a little bit of a problem is they had to wind up going to that bullpen quite a bit. 5 pitchers are going to combine to finish this one.
Manager checks in with his ball club. A Double-A manager has called one of his young players in for a quick word. The word is good. Within 48 hours, this player will be in a new city and putting on a new uniform. A AAA manager welcomes a new arrival from AA. This prospect showed promise at the AA level. The organization is hopeful his progress will continue here.
And it looks like we'll see a pinch hitter here as he'll come on with the runner at first and 2 gone in the inning.
Now batting, designated hitter, Caden Foreman.
Pitch out, nothing doing. Cardenas is off at first with 2 away. Left center, base hit.
That's what we refer to in the biz as a hanger right there. He's lucky he's getting this baseball back.
Well, this one had its moments of drama and excitement. In the end, these guys came away with the victory and look on to the next one.
8-6 the final score tonight. The PCL All-Stars jumped out to an early lead in the first and never